Yo, what's up everybody, Dr. Mike here. Today we're diving deep into the world of intermittent fasting. You know, that trendy diet where you basically just don't eat for a while? It sounds almost too good to be true, right? Lose weight without counting calories just by changing you eat? Well, millions are swearing by it, but is it all hype or is there real science behind it? We're gonna break down the facts, the myths, and everything in between so you can decide if intermittent fasting is right for you. Let's do this. Okay, so what actually happens when you fast? Well, after about 12 hours of not eating, your body starts to run low on its preferred source of energy, glucose, which comes from the food you eat. Now, your body's smart, it's got a backup plan. It starts tapping into stored fat for fuel. This metabolic switch is called ketosis, and it's a pretty big deal, but that's not all. Fasting also causes a significant drop in insulin, a hormone that regulates blood sugar. We're talking a 50% reduction, guys, and why does this matter? Because lower insulin levels tell your body to break down fat more efficiently. It's like flipping a switch from store fat to burn fat. But wait, there's more! Fasting also triggers something called autophagy. Think of it like your cells hitting the self-clean button. It's a process where your body gets rid of old, damaged cells and makes way for new, healthy ones. This cellular rejuvenation is linked to some pretty incredible benefits like anti-aging and reduced inflammation. We're talking Nobel Prize-winning research here, people. Now let's talk weight loss, because that's what most people are here for, right? A major study published in JAMA found that intermittent fasting can help people lose between 3 to 8% of their body weight in just 12 weeks. That's pretty impressive, and it's actually on par with traditional calorie restriction. But here's the kicker. People seem to stick with intermittent fasting better. The study found that 70% of people stuck with intermittent fasting compared to only 50% who stuck with calorie counting. So, it seems like fasting might be easier to maintain long-term, which is key for keeping the weight off. Now I know some of you ladies are thinking, hold on Dr. Mike, this sounds too easy. And you're right, it's not always a level playing field. Studies show that men tend to lose weight about twice as fast as women on intermittent fasting. Why? Hormones, my friends. Women have a different hormonal makeup that can make fat loss a bit more challenging. But don't worry, we'll talk about how women can tweak their fasting strategies for better results in a bit. Alright, before you jump on the fasting bandwagon, let's talk about the potential downsides. Because like any health trend, there's always another side to the story. One of the biggest challenges with intermittent fasting is what happens the fast. You see, a lot of people end up overeating during their feeding windows, which can completely negate any calorie deficit they created while fasting. In fact, studies show that about 30% of people who lose weight with intermittent fasting gain it back, and it's often because they go overboard when they're not fasting. Another thing to consider, especially for my female viewers, is the impact on stress hormones. Research has shown that fasting can increase cortisol levels, the stress hormone, by up to 20% in women. Now this isn't necessarily a deal breaker, but chronically elevated cortisol can lead to burnout, sugar cravings, and even make it harder to lose weight in the long run. So it's crucial to listen to your body and find a fasting schedule that works for you, not against you. Alright, now that you know the good, the bad, and the hungry, let's talk about how to make intermittent fasting work you, not against you. Here are some science-backed hacks to maximize your results and minimize any potential downsides. First up, the 14-10 rule for women. Studies have shown that shorter fasting windows, like 14 hours, can be just as effective for fat loss in women while minimizing any hormonal disruptions. So instead of trying to go 16 or even 20 hours without food, start with a 14-hour fast and see how your body responds. Next, prioritize protein at your first meal after a fast. Protein is a powerful appetite suppressant, and studies show that consuming around 30 grams of protein when you break your fast can reduce hunger hormones by up to 40%. This will help you feel fuller for longer and prevent those post-fast binges. And finally, combine fasting with light exercise, like walking. You don't need to go all out in the gym fasted, but even a brisk walk can significantly enhance fat burning. Research shows that light exercise during a fasted state can increase fat oxidation by up to 20%. Plus, it's a great way to relieve stress and boost your mood. Now, while weight loss is a major motivator for many people who try intermittent fasting, it's not the only benefit. In fact, research is uncovering a whole range of surprising health benefits linked to fasting, from brain health to blood sugar control. Let's start with your brain. Studies have shown that intermittent fasting can actually improve cognitive function, including memory and focus. One study found that adults who practiced intermittent fasting for 6 months saw a 20% improvement in their memory scores. Fasting seems to act as a brain booster, enhancing neuroplasticity and protecting against cognitive decline. But it's not just your brain that benefits. Intermittent fasting has also been shown to have powerful effects on blood sugar regulation. Studies have found that fasting for 16 hours or more can lower blood sugar levels as effectively as some diabetes medications. This is because fasting helps improve insulin sensitivity, allowing your cells to use glucose more efficiently. So, not only can intermittent fasting help you shed those extra pounds, but it can also sharpen your mind and protect your heart health in the process. So, we've covered a lot of ground today, from the science behind fasting to the potential benefits and risks. Now, the million-dollar question is intermittent fasting right for you? Well, like most things in health, the answer is it depends. Intermittent fasting can be a powerful tool for weight loss, especially in the short term. It can also provide a range of other health benefits, from boosting brain function to improving blood sugar control. However, it's not a magic bullet, and it's not for everyone. Long-term success with intermittent fasting, or any dietary change for that matter, requires adopting sustainable habits that you can stick with for life. If you're constantly yo-yo dieting, restricting yourself to the point of misery and then binging when you can't take it anymore, you're not going to see lasting results. Intermittent fasting is most effective when it's part of a holistic approach to health that includes a balanced diet, regular exercise, stress management, and quality sleep. It's about making gradual, sustainable changes that support your overall well-being. So, are you ready to give intermittent fasting a try? My advice? Start slow and listen to your body. Don't go for those extreme 20-hour fasts right off the bat. Begin with a simple 12-hour overnight fast tonight. Just skip that late-night snack and push your breakfast back a bit. You got this. And if you're still with me, you're a true health enthusiast. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more science-backed health tips, and hit the bell so you never miss an upload. And let me know in the comments if you've ever tried intermittent fasting and how it worked for you. Stay healthy, my friends.